a huge part of their team. I think Christian's stolen some games and is definitely, a big part of the reason why the Roughnecks are here tonight against Colorado Mammoth. And same thing to say with Dylan Ward. Dylan's a big game player. Expect his best game of the year.
Absolutely. Face-off battle. Tim Edwards versus Tyler Burton, who had a big game a week ago. A big part of that victory against San Diego.
You do not want to be in the penalty box playing the Calgary Roughnecks. They are very, very dangerous on the power play.
Dixon passes off, and now Doby with it. Doby to Dixon. There's a shot. Oh, behind the net. Stuff play, scores. There's your first goal of the game. Reese Dutch gets it. 1-0 Calgary.
Is that Reese Dutch or was that Tyler Pace?
Might be Tyler Pace. Pardon me, you're right.
I think it was Tyler Pace. That's a beautiful set play. You look at Dane Doby getting top side, finding Curtis Dixon. Dylan Ward steps up on a higher arc, and Tyler Pace is sneak behind the net on that crease defender to be able to dunk that ball. It's a beautiful set play.
Well, it fooled everyone, including me. I thought it was going to be a shot, and Pace had nothing but net there to shoot at, and he is though with it. And trying to run away from some attention is Riley Lowen, who passes to Doby eventually. About a 8-second, 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Dutch now with it with 5 to shoot. Dutch now tries to find a man. Dixon, and scores! What a pass from Dutch to Dixon. 2-0 Calgary.
Well, a beautiful finish by Curtis Dixon, and that all stems from getting that shot off early to try and have the last possession. I don't think that's a smart play. I've never been a big fan of it, and what you see here is just patience on the Calgary Roughnecks. You could argue that it'd be a patient play doing the same thing on the tough call for Dan Coates, and another opportunity here for the Calgary Roughnecks.
So they go to work now on the 5-on-4. Doby took a spill, now gets the ball back. Now to King. King plays it down low, eventually comes to Dixon. Dixon up high to King. King takes the shot, scores! Jesse King, 3-0 Calgary.
Well, what's great about this play is that Jesse King winds up, Dylan Ward gets going far side, and Jesse King, as he pulls this ball back, as Dylan Ward's moving, he looks like he's going to go far side, and he catches. Roughnecks is that transition on the back end, and a great job of those guys committing and working hard to get the defensive squad on the field.
Now Wardle to Lee, scores! Ryan Lee gets the Mammoth on the board. It's 3-1.
Man, they needed that. If one thing that the Calgary Roughnecks do is they really play into momentum really well. When there's blood in the water, the Calgary Roughnecks really step up, and the Mammoth needed that in a big way. Beautiful shot by Ryan Lee, far side around a screen. I'm pretty impressed with the season that he's had. He's definitely a big impact on the NLL and especially the Calgary Roughnecks.
Oh, and once again, right on cue, Ward stops Dane Doby again. Dixon cuts the net. He was hit hard, and he's down.
Here comes a 5-minute penalty.
Yeah, arm in the air. Dixon finally back to his feet. That was a big hit. King now passes off as Calgary now with a 6-on-5. Dutch now to Doby. Doby takes the shot and scores. Dane Doby finally gets one past Dylan Ward. 4-1 Calgary.
Right on cue. When Dane has time and room, he's going to find the back of the net. I expect you're going to see a 5-minute penalty here. Lots of time. Got that ball short.
Has it. 8:12 to go here. 3:56 remaining in the third quarter. Calgary leading 4-1 with a chance to build on that lead here. Dixon now has the ball in his stick. Twirling it, passes off to Dane Doby, who got that 6-on-5 goal to make it 4-1. Now to King. He's got one tonight. Comes to Dixon. Dixon now to King up high behind the back to Doby. Doby doesn't like that look, so plays it back to King. Takes the shot, scores. Jesse King, second of the night. 5-1 Roughnecks.
Well, again, I think Dylan Ward thinking that ball's going far side. Jesse King, while in his windup, pulls that ball back to the short side low on Dylan Ward. And again, I think what you're seeing here with this shot selection of the Calgary Roughnecks is changing the plane of your shots. He thought that was going far, and you have the 2-goal maximum that you can have on a 5-minute power play.
Nonetheless, they get the 2 goals to go up by 4, and now here's Doby again behind the back and scores! Wow! Dane Doby, second of the night, 6-1 Calgary.
Well, that's what Dane Dobie does. He's got such savvy, such spatial awareness when he's getting through the middle of the floor, and as he's falling, an unconventional shot that's hard to read. And you look at him getting to the middle here and just throwing the ball on net while he's on the move. He knows exactly where he is, and he knows exactly what he's doing as he's falling, throwing that ball.
Here tonight is Lee for the Mammoth. This time he passes off, and now the Mammoth work it to McLaughlin. He tries his luck and scores. Eli McLaughlin with a big goal, 6-2. They're back to within 4.
Well, that's an athletic play. Eli McLaughlin starts traveling top side, puts the brakes on, swims his defender, comes right back down what you'd call the hockey lane, and sticks that ball far side, just a little bit of a...
Now there's a lost helmet, so that's going to put Calgary shorthanded, and there's the goal. Corey Vitarelli, and all of a sudden it's 6-3, and we have ourselves a game again.
Oh, Corey Vitarelli, he's a roughneck killer, man. Back in the 2014 championship, he played a massive game for the Rochester Nighthawks when we dropped that one down in Rochester in the mini game. But that's a beautiful play, and taking advantage of that ball right into the numbers and expect that it's going to create anything for you.
Now Dixon with it, 1:08 remaining in the Calgary power play. King has it. Takes the shot. Nice save there by Ward. Ball way up high. Recovered by the Roughnecks. Comes to Dixon from Dutch. Dixon still with it. Now Dutch to Dixon. King goes behind his back to Dobie. Now he goes behind his back to Dixon, and they score. Curtis Dixon on the power play on some great passing. 7-3 Roughnecks.
Well, Dylan Ward's having a real hard time following Curtis Dixon's stick while that's below his knees. Curtis is such a dangerous lacrosse player because he puts the ball in from anywhere. His stick can be above his waist, below his waist, behind his back, wherever it is. And
left to work with on their power play that has gone 0-4 so far tonight. 0-4 and 0-5 unless they do something in the remaining 12 seconds here. McLaughlin passes off. There's a shot, scores! Ryan Lee have got to start cashing something in, but they throw it away again, picked off by the Roughnecks, and here they come. Dobie's ahead of the play, takes the pass, back to Calise, takes the shot, and scores! Reese Calise, 8-4 Calgary.
Oh, that's a backbreaker right there. The Mammoth you can't turn over the ball like that and consistently like that and expect to climb back into this game. You got to play perfect lacrosse, and right now this is becoming very out of reach for the Colorado Mammoth.
And the unselfish shot, Del Bianco makes another save down to under 30 seconds to go. Stewart again. Ball's on the ground. Oh, and now we got some rough stuff. A bit of a brouhaha. Everyone's in there. And Jeff, if you're the Roughnecks, you got to keep your composure here.
Yeah, you got to be team tough as well, though.
As the team gets a salute from their fans, there's a shot out in front. And the ball's chipped down the floor. And the Calgary Roughnecks are going to the NLL Championship final, led by that man right there, Christian Del Bianco.
Well, it's a big game by Christian. He's been playing big games all year long. I saw a play earlier. He was kind of joking around with the referees, and he's just cool. He doesn't get wound up. He doesn't get phased. I think he's from a goaltending mentality, it's exactly what you're looking for. He's just very level-headed. He's always having a good time, and he's just relaxed and composed. And for a sophomore campaign, he's doing a hell of a job for the Calgary Roughnecks.